Imagine in a small student apartment, a young girl who you barely know sits on your sofa, quietly, watching TV. And she is not any girl. She is the hottest idol in Japan, Rei Otosaki from Mille Feuilles Stars.
Nice.
Okay, gentlemen, now let's wake up and continue our pathetic lives because this is not happening anytime soon. However, this is not the case for our boy. He is living the life in our dreams, cooking when viewing the girl from his kitchen, sizzling my single ass. How did we get here? The protagonist of our story, Rintaro Shido, goes to Heisei Private High School in Tokyo. In this very academy, a blonde girl with a cute heart-shaped hair clip stands out amongst the rest. Oh my. Just look at the elasticity and sheer volume of those badonkadonks. Poor Cardigan-san is holding on for its dear life. Rei is currently reading a monologue from a playbook. I am sure her beautiful voice and mesmerizing performances attracted the attention of so many of her classmates, not because of two other reasons. As scientists have established, the bigger the mass, the greater the attraction. No wonder I cannot move my eyes away. Our boy looks rather out of place in this frame, as he is the only one who looks disinterested in this celebrity in his class. In fact, he was uninterested in her. He has never gone out of the way to look at her performances or be a fan. This cannot be said for everyone else. As they gather near Rei every chance they get, Rei can do nothing else but to appreciate her gratitude towards their appreciation, staying cool and composed like how an idol should in public. Out of the blue, someone comments to Rintaro about Rei's undying popularity. The young idol has been amassing fans quickly, not just domestically, but also internationally. Look at us views. Enlightened dislike ratio. Something I can only dream of. Here we insert MC's best friend Yukio Inaba, a boy. Oh, did I mention that he is a boy? At least our MC thinks he is a boy. Yukio suddenly switches the topic to our boy's part-time job, working as his cousin Yugetsu's place as her manga assistant. The MC has been paid well thanks to the increasing popularity of mangaka Yugetsu. He is also saving up money rather early for a grand plan. To be a stay-at-home husband in the future. I am sure all of us have dreamed of this at some point in our lives, waiting a rich and kind onesan to be our sugar mommy. When most of us realized we are too ugly for this shit and gave up on this dream early, our boy Rintaro has not yet strayed from such righteous yet thorny path. Yukio pokes fun at Rintaro, saying he has yet to find a partner so far, making his dream seem very distant. Even a monk like Rintaro cannot help but appreciate Rei's beauty. He tilts his head ever so slightly to ensure a clear view of her face, thinking to himself just how marvelous her face is. He wonders if a top idol like her also have to deal with difficulties regular people face. After school, the protagonist arrives at his mangaka cousin's apartment along with some energy drink, anticipating an all-nighter. Apparently, Yutsuki has already been up for 2 days straight. Such is the life of a mangaka. No matter how many times he sees it, the MC still appreciates the number of details and effort put into the manuscripts. He then proceeds to draw some random lines on a manga panel, pretending to have helped and earn his paycheck. Time flies, and before we know it, it is already time for Rintaro to leave. He reaches for the door at the entrance before turning his head back one last time, offering to help anytime. The cousin briefly thanks him for helping her and promises she will handle the rest. On his way back, our boy sees a Mercedes S-Class driving past him. It is certainly a rare sight, as such a luxurious car is not usually seen around the area. The person sitting at the back opens the door, takes a step down from the car, and finally reveals herself. Rintaro cannot help but notice that the girl is wearing a Heisei uniform, then the trademarked blonde hair and cute face. Such a combination can yield none other than one result: Barbie! Oops, I meant Rei Otosaki. She appears to be on her way back home as well. Rei is wearing something different in an attempt to disguise herself as an idol. A big hat paired with glasses, typical anime logic. No one else around her seems to have noticed her true identity. However, such trivial disguise cannot lie to our cultured MC and audience. With one glance of that signature milkers, he is able to deduce the true identity of the girl. To avoid further trouble, Rintaro decides to notice her, as it may cause an unwanted commotion. Or so he pitifully thought. The next time our boy turns his head, he sees Rei with a tense facial expression, seemingly in pain. Soon he sees Rei falling on the ground. Now pause. What would you do in this situation? 1. Save the iPhone as it is perishable if fallen onto the ground. 2. Save the metal water bottle because a dent may appear during impact. 3. Save the girl that is soft, resilient, and will probably heal or be fine if she falls on the ground. Of course, our boy chose to save the girl since he wants to observe Mount Everest closer. MC panics. He still does not know what is going on with Rei. She is obviously in pain, yet he can do nothing other than hold her in place. One shoujo manga deep stare later. Rei addresses Rintaro by his last name Shido, not to be confused with a blue-haired harem king that dates spirits for a job. Still uncertain with what's causing the discomfort, MC offers to call an ambulance. For our audience in the US, you may rest easy knowing that basically no other country robs you by sending an ambulance. They figured taxes alone is enough. Let's introduce the number 2 rule in anime Japan. If a person is hungry, they fall to the ground. This will be on the test. This trope precisely happened to our cute idol. She is currently immobilized due to hunger. Upon hearing such buffalo wild shit, our MC throws her away like trash before apologizing. Meanwhile, Rei is still in shock because she didn't expect this NPC to talk at all. Due to the stacked schedule, Rei was not able to eat properly throughout the day, which caused her to collapse just now. But as they are chatting, more and more people are gathering to see the incident unfolding in the street. The MC offers to relocate in order to reduce public exposure. The hungry girl agrees, but she is too weak to move by herself. Rule number 3 of anime Japan. No matter how little you lift, the MC will always be strong enough to piggy carry a girl when walking miles and miles. Unsurprisingly, our boy offers a piggyback to Rei. Like a Chad, he offers to cook dinner for her at his place, and if she refuses, he will leave her at the nearest diner. Realizing she really only has one option for the sake of this manga's development, the idol agrees to be carried back to Rintaro's apartment. Our boy experiences gravity firsthand and notices 2 objects pressing tightly against his back, shifting shapes back and forth. He quickly composes himself, so he does not make a flag down there. Soon the pair arrives at the apartment. The MC offers to take off Rei's shoes, as she is clearly too weak to do so herself. With a commanding voice, the MC suggests Rei to play with herself when she waits for him. Rintaro puts on an apron and turns back to ask what pork dish his guest wants to eat. Still lying down, she murmurs that she wishes for shogayaki, a Japanese dish prepared with thinly slices pork and sweet ginger. The MC then proceeds to shokugeki no soma. In no time, dinner is ready. The blonde girl digs in after praying to Kami-sama. Rei finds the food very delicious, which makes our boy happy. Rei quickly demolishes the bowl of food she is holding and asks for seconds. Having regained some power, the cute classmate asks Rintaro if he often cooks by himself. This is where he reveals his grand plan to be a professional house husband and his wish to find a sugar mommy who would work her ass off. A moment of silence took place between the two. Rei breaks the tension by genuinely praising MC's ideal, complimenting the steps he has taken towards his goal. This is surprising considering it comes from such a young and famous idol. Rintaro was initially not anticipating mere mortal to understand his GigaChad plan, yet he is pleasantly surprised to have someone who genuinely compliments him. Coincidentally, the TV in the living room is playing a segment of interview with members of the idol group Rei belongs to. It prompts our boy to ask if being an idol is any fun. Without hesitation, Rei replies that such an occupation has been her dream since childhood, and she has been both working hard and lucky to be where she is currently at. She believes that no matter the dream, any efforts towards achieving that dream is commendable. Such flattering words make our boy's kokoro go doki doki. He implies that he will now become Rei's fan because of her personality. Rei responds by saying she is in fact a fan of Rintaro's because she would want more of his cooking. The lonely boy cuts her off and firmly refuses her request, not realizing this may be the start of his monogatari. The girl is surprised by how dense he is, asking what's up with that small brain of his. Rintaro's sophisticated noodle tells him that having paparazzi, finding out that she is hanging out with a male classmate after school, might ruin her reputation, which is of the utmost importance for any idol. Personally, Rei wouldn't mind some scandals between them if it means she can eat delicious food every day, but this dense piece of wood firmly insists her to head back home. It was at this moment our boy realizes that this girl has no intention of going back home anytime soon. As always, the name of the manga will be pinned in the comments section. We upload weekly, so if you like the content and wish to see more, click on the recommended video and like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching until the end.